Oh, would you look at this? I mean, just get a look at that.
'Tis but a scratch. Wow, 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 it's very nice.